Insurance Humor Unplugged, laughing through the fine print. Join us for a hilarious podcast where we demystify insurance with humor. From Shakespearean policies to sanity-losing claims, let's make sense of the nonsense. Hello and welcome to Insurance Humor Unplugged, the comedy podcast where we dive into the absurd world of insurance, one laugh at a time. I'm Sam, your friendly, slightly confused guide to the labyrinth of policies, premiums, and deductibles. Today, we'll unravel why insurance is like paying rent for things you don't use, why comprehensive coverage is never quite comprehensive. Stick around for anecdotes, practical insights, and a few laughs as we explore the hilarious side of insurance. The speed bump confusion. A guy I know filed a car insurance claim, insisting his car was totaled because of a massive speed bump in his neighborhood. When the adjuster showed up, they found out he had driven into an actual concrete divider. His explanation? It was dark, and it felt like a speed bump. The insurance company covered the damage but gave him a stern reminder: speed bumps don't usually take out the front end of your car. The fine print fiasco. I overheard someone bragging about having comprehensive insurance for his house. A storm hit, and a tree fell into his living room. When he called the company, they politely informed him that his policy covered trees falling on cars in the driveway but not trees falling into the house. His response: so next time, I should park my car inside and hope the tree hits it first. The deductible discovery. A neighbor bought travel insurance for her first international trip. She sprained her ankle hiking but was thrilled knowing her expenses would be covered. When she submitted her claim, the insurance company reminded her of the $500 deductible. The sprain cost her $498. She told me later, I paid $50 for the insurance, $498 for the doctor, and got zero peace of mind. Next time, I'm just buying bubble wrap. The burglary blunder. A friend of mine once tried to file a burglary claim when his expensive watch went missing. The insurance investigator found it funny when the stolen watch turned up inside the fridge. He had forgotten he put it there while cleaning. The investigator left him with some parting advice: next time, insure your memory first. The DIY disaster clause. A man once tried to fix a leaking pipe himself to avoid filing a homeowner's insurance claim. The DIY job went horribly wrong, flooding his entire kitchen. When the plumber came to assess the damage, he said, "Well, the good news is your insurance might cover this. The bad news is they don't insure ego-driven plumbing experiments." The invisible car claim. A woman tried to file an auto insurance claim, saying her car had been stolen from right outside her house. After a tense 30 minutes of back and forth, the insurance agent gently suggested she double-check her garage. Sure enough, the car was parked there. She had forgotten she drove it home the night before. She quipped, "So I'm not getting the payout, but at least I'm insured against my own bad memory." The lost luggage luck. A traveler's luggage went missing, so he filed a travel insurance claim for $2,000 worth of designer clothing. Weeks later, his bag was returned by the airline, but it only contained flip-flops, cargo shorts, and a single Hawaiian shirt. When the insurance company asked about the discrepancy, he said, "What can I say? My cargo shorts feel designer to me." The umbrella clause confusion. A man purchased an umbrella insurance policy and genuinely thought it meant coverage for his actual umbrella collection. When his prized designer umbrella was stolen, he called his insurance company, only to learn that umbrella in this case referred to liability protection, not rain gear. His response: "So, does that mean I need a rain liability waiver too?" The act of God argument. After a hurricane damaged her roof, a woman called her insurance company to ask why her claim wasn't fully covered. The agent explained it was classified as an act of God. She replied, "So if I convert to atheism, does that mean you'll cover it next time?" The wedding ring mix-up. A man bought a jewelry insurance policy for his wife's engagement ring. A few months later, he accidentally dropped it into the garbage disposal. While filing the claim, he joked, "So does this policy include husband stupidity? Because I think that's an ongoing risk." The pre-existing condition drama. A woman applied for health insurance and was asked about pre-existing conditions. She jokingly said, "Well, I've had bad knees since my son started crawling and a bad back since he turned 13. The agent, trying to be serious, responded, "Ma'am, that's called parenting, not a pre-existing condition. The comprehensive doesn't cover everything." A man was livid when his car insurance wouldn't cover the scratches caused by a raccoon climbing onto his hood. "But I have comprehensive insurance," he protested. The agent replied, "Yes, but unfortunately, raccoons don't read policy terms and conditions." The unnecessary add-on. An elderly gentleman proudly showed his grandson his car insurance policy, which included coverage for emergency roadside assistance. His grandson pointed out, "Grandpa, you haven't driven in 10 years. Grandpa shrugged, "Well, I might need the tow for my wheelchair someday." The health insurance gym incentive. A man signed up for a health insurance plan that offered a discount for attending the gym regularly. When the company asked for proof, he submitted a picture of him sitting in the gym's juice bar. The insurer declined his discount, saying, "Juice counts as hydration, not exercise." The home security overkill. A homeowner once installed a state-of-the-art security system and boasted to his insurance company about how safe his house was. When he accidentally locked himself out and had to smash his own window to get in, he tried to file a claim. The insurance company said, "Sorry, we don't cover self-inflicted burglaries." The rental car roulette. A man rented a car and was offered insurance at the counter. He declined, saying, "I'm a careful driver." An hour later, he called the rental company to report the car stolen, only to discover he had parked it in the wrong lot and forgotten where. He joked, "Next time, I'm insuring my memory, not the car." The flood insurance fail. A woman who lived on the top floor of an apartment building tried to file a claim for flood damage after her upstairs neighbor's fish tank burst. The insurance agent had to explain that flood insurance only applies to natural disasters, not goldfish tsunamis. The lost wedding dress saga. A bride bought wedding insurance just in case. When her dress got lost at the dry cleaners the day before the wedding, she panicked and called the insurer. They informed her that wedding insurance doesn't cover laundry mishaps, only cancellations. She groaned, "So I can't cancel the wedding, but I can walk down the aisle in sweatpants." Insurance policies, like reading Shakespeare, but more confusing. Let's face it, insurance policies are written in a language even lawyers need Google Translate for. Remember my first car insurance policy? I thought comprehensive meant everything's covered. Spoiler, it doesn't. Relatable tip: break down your policy into sections. If it feels like Hamlet, call customer support, they're your modern day Yorick. Why insurance is like paying rent for things you don't even use. You pay monthly for car insurance, but when was the last time you actually needed it? It's like paying rent for an empty apartment just in case you're in the mood for a party. Real life anecdote: my friend Dave kept full coverage on his 15-year-old sedan. The car broke down, and the insurance didn't cover mechanical repairs. Moral: know what you're paying for. The just-in-case mentality. Spending $1,000 annually on premiums to prepare for a $10 incident feels ironic. But isn't that what insurance thrives on? Fear. Practical insight: balance your risk. Higher deductibles mean lower premiums, but are you prepared for the out-of-pocket expenses? Insurance agents, selling peace of mind, one page of fine print at a time. Ever noticed how insurance agents always emphasize the peace of mind aspect? I once joked that their training manual probably says, "Smile, confuse, and conquer." Case study: insurance ads focus on emotions, not details. Lesson: ask direct questions and demand clear answers. Why insurance forms have 12 pages of yes and no questions. Filling out insurance forms feels like a quiz where all answers are wrong. Have you ever owned a pet snake? Why does that matter? Humorous tip: keep a running FAQ document of your own answers. It'll save you hours. Insurance claims: a step-by-step guide to losing your sanity. Ah, the joy of claims. File a claim, wait 60 days, receive a letter requesting more documents, repeat. Example: a neighbor's tree fell on my roof. The insurance company argued it was an act of God. Lesson: always read the exclusions. The myth of comprehensive coverage. Did you know comprehensive insurance doesn't cover everything? The name itself is the first joke. Pro tip: compare policies online and look for hidden exclusions. Use independent reviews for clarity. Why people buy insurance but still panic when something happens. You have coverage, but when disaster strikes, you're Googling "does my policy cover this?" because you're not sure. Practical insight: know your deductible and out-of-pocket limits. Write them down somewhere visible. How to pretend you understand your deductible. The deductible, that confusing middle ground where you're paying, but the insurance company isn't. Quick guide: think of the deductible as your entry fee. If your claim doesn't meet it, your insurance is basically there for moral support. When you finally realize, insurance doesn't mean free repairs. This misunderstanding might top the list of insurance myths. Insurance companies don't fix everything for free, they just negotiate the bill with you. Pro insight: learn about reimbursement limits. Avoid assumptions and call your insurer for clarity. Conclusion: insurance doesn't have to be a boring, stress-inducing topic. With a little humor and practical understanding, you can navigate policies like a pro, or at least avoid total confusion. Don't let the fine print intimidate you. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who could use a laugh, and subscribe for more comedic takes on life's everyday puzzles. Call to action: have an insurance story that's stranger than fiction? Drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more episodes of Insurance Humor Unplugged. Disclaimer: the content shared in this podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. While we strive to bring humor to the often confusing world of insurance, the information presented should not be considered professional advice, guidance, or recommendations regarding insurance policies, claims, or coverage. Listeners are encouraged to consult a licensed insurance professional or advisor for specific questions or concerns about their individual insurance needs. By listening to this podcast, you agree that the creators, hosts, and contributors are not responsible for any decisions or actions taken based on the content of this show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the humor responsibly.